So 3 reasons why we have fear of speaking English. There could be more, but I figured out the 3 kind of which I think are the most important ones. Reason number 1, we have to take into account that we come from Latvia, and I love Latvia dearly, and lots of things about here, but I don't know why, and if somebody can put it in the chat. We live in a very perfectionistic society. Like, this is what I see working with lots of women. Women and men have their own standards, and women have to be good moms, good cooks, good housekeepers, and good employees or business ladies, and be perfect at English as well. So you have to know everything. And well, for men, they have different standards, but also like you can't be weak, you can't show your emotions, and you have to, maybe with English, you have kind of a little bit lower standard for men, but still I know some men who struggle with that. I think it's also different for us because we had no English when growing up. The generations as growing up they have much more exposure to English, much more English cartoons, movies, like all the internet is full with bloggers, whoever like you want in English, and their speaking is much better than their grammar. But our education was focused on grammar and accuracy. Of course, I can't tell for everyone, but that's at least the case for me, which I see in my students also. A lot of time we didn't have enough speaking practice. So yeah, and also I think also another important factor is that all the movies are in Latvian, so it's not like in Sweden or Norway where they have the TV in English, and the people, even if they don't use English, they hear it almost every day. So that's another factor influencing our view on the language. And the second factor comes out of this first one. We have somehow made English speaking like a giving piano solo concert. We have anyone who speaks English is like on a stage, and we are judging that person, and we feel that huge pressure on ourselves. So we have set these unrealistic expectations for ourselves. And the thoughts go like this: I'll be judged if I make a mistake. I mustn't make any mistakes, which is impossible. Like you heard, it's like you can't go. It's not the way to progress at all. And people will think that I am uneducated, stupid, unprofessional if I make mistakes. So in conclusion, I put my professionality, my intelligence at risk, and why should I do it? I mustn't speak English at all then, unless I'm perfect, and I will never get perfect because I don't speak. So it's like a circle like that. And this is much too high for an English, because English is basically a tool. Just to, I was thinking today, with what can I compare English? So it's like, I think it's like a bus, so, or a bike, or a car you take to get to the whatever everyone. I don't live in the center, so to get to the center. So sometimes you need the car, sometimes you need to check your language and like have the car and be neat. But sometimes you can go by bike, so you don't have to check your language so much all the time, because like a lot of people just want to hear what you have to say. And as we're getting back to people are energy readers, they want to hear you. They don't care about the language so much. Okay, and the last one is all of that social situation and these super high expectations that we're put on creates individual experiences for ourselves that can often block our progress in English. So we have heard lots of people say that their English teacher said they will never learn the language, and it all goes into this circle of emotions, thoughts, behaviors, and bodily sensations. So I'll give you an example of a client of mine who just recently shared that she had 2 colleagues, that was 7 years ago, who had studied in the USA, and had very good English, and she had her normal Latvian English. So she asked the question, and the way how the colleagues looked at her freaked her out so much that she understood she will never ask questions again. And so she got negative emotions. Her thoughts were like, I'm ashamed of what I did. I shouldn't have done it. And the behavior was she never asked questions again. And of course, we can include the bodily sensations, contraction, and not feeling safe. And so what happened for 7 years, she didn't talk about her business. She felt like she's not professional enough to talk about her business, and not only in English, but also in Latvian. So it blocked her completely. And yeah, we talked about it, we healed the situation, and she was very happy that she can look at it from a different perspective. So that's what we're going to do with you today as well. And this little circle, and it goes, you see 2 directions, and all the directions, all the possible directions there can be, is actually also how we build positive habits. So you like a cup of coffee or a tea, you get positive emotions, so your body relaxes, you have pleasant thoughts, and you want to repeat the same behavior again and again. And this is also how we learn to protect ourselves. So if we touch the fire, we know it's hot, we shouldn't touch it, the bodily sensations is pain, we remember it, oh, I shouldn't do it again, and we avoid that. So the circle is not necessarily bad, it's just the problems that our brain sometimes links this pain with something that we actually want. So the brain is super simple, it's all black and white. So if it's pain, it doesn't want to go there. And English is pain, like we discussed. It's like you're putting at risk your professionality, your intelligence. But if it's pleasure, you want to go there, like the chocolate, like the coffee, and like whatever you like. You just naturally want to go that and repeat that circle. So, and what happens when you repeat the circle again and again? You create a pathway, a road. A neural from neurons in your brain. So if you repeat the circle again and again, your road will look more like the highway on your right. It's going to be just fast highway, like your highway to Latvian. Yeah, no problem using Latvian. You're using it every day. You don't have so much bad experience. Even if you have, you use it so often that you have a lot of positive. Now, what happens if you don't use anything? So what happens with English, for example? If you have blocked your ability to speak English at all, then you probably have a jungle there. It's a path that you don't want to enter at all. Some of you might have a little path there. It can be steeper, or you'll have more fear from time to time, or less fear. But it's still like not the highway. So the question is, how do you get to the highway in English, right? How can you make the highway in English that it's like super fast? And the answer is very simple. So you stop linking English to pain and link it to pleasure. Yeah, because in your brain you have linked it to pain and you link it to pleasure. Okay, how to do that? Well, some of the ideas, you can find something that truly interests you. Like, I don't know if you were a Harry Potter reader when you were a kid, you can find a book or a TV series like Friends that you enjoy so much that you can just consume it, even if you don't understand every word in English. And it's going to be a little bit like jumping in a water, like I said at the beginning. You will not understand all the words. Link it to other things that you like. So you would maybe have your cup of coffee or a piece of chocolate, or I don't know, like something you like, that and have just this time for yourself that you are relaxed, because when you're relaxed, your long-term memory starts working. When you're stressed out, even if you learn something, it doesn't go to your long-term memory. And two more important steps that you need to take. Somehow it's lagging, it's just like lagging a little bit. Okay, so you need to do it regularly, yeah, because to create the pathway, it has to be a regular practice. And how you can even reinforce this circle, this positive circle in your brain, is that you can celebrate every time you do it, every time you read the book, you listen to the video, you, I don't know, watch a TED talk, speak to yourself in English if you have no one else to talk to. So you're not celebrating passing an IELTS test or yeah, getting a new job, not only that thing, but also taking the little steps. And that gives your brain the thought and the feeling and the bodily sensation. Oh, that was good. This circle is worth remembering. I like doing that. This is how you write your behavior. Okay. So, and it's one of the secrets to learning a new language. From Lydia Machova, beautiful woman, beautiful teacher and entrepreneur who speaks several languages and who has interviewed 100 of polyglots. So every polyglot has a different way how to learn a language. There is no one perfect way to learn a language, but the secret is to enjoy the learning process, not the results. Yeah, not just that, but learn to enjoy the whole process. And if you'll enjoy it, you'll want to do that more and more. That's why it's so important to learn English with topics that excite you.